This is a little bit longer video real quick. I wanted to talk about what War Thunder's issues are because I mentioned in a short earlier. So I can sum up part of the game, probably part of the issue with War Thunder for me is the players. Specifically, I'll use the instance of earlier today. I had a great game. It was an amazing game. I was feeling it. You know, I was jamming. We were doing great. Last guy in the enemy team, he's going to camp base. Gonna camp the base. Camp base AA, let the AA kill things and waste everybody's time. Why is that an option? Right? Why is that allowed? No. It's a complete waste of time for everybody. It soured the entire game. Everything else about that game was amazing, immaculate. I was great. I was having a good time. It didn't look like it was a one-sided affair at the BR of LA 5 FN, which is like 3.7 or 4.0 or something like that. It was pretty solid, right? It was a good game for its BR. I had fun. I was enjoying myself. And then fuckboy wants to sit in the back of the map camping his base with no kills, no score, or nothing because he was trash. Okay? No. Mm-mm. So that needs to be solved. How do you solve that? Well, you do one of two things. Get rid of base AA. I think having base AA is dumb. Now let me explain. If your team is doing good enough that you need to rearm and refuel, well, why is there someone on your base? Because they're not doing as good as you think they are. Okay, I don't look. The answer to base AA, there isn't really an easy one, barring to either take away base AA or just make the players invincible when they're on the airfield. By fucking God, stop being wishy-washy. Make a decision, right? So let's talk about the other stuff. Okay, at top tier ground forces, a lot of people aren't happy about it. And the worst part about top tier ground forces, it's not got to do with the helicopters or the planes with guided ordnance or anything like that. It has to do with, it's just not fun for a lot of people. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of people who do enjoy it or are playing it because they have to in order to level up. So how do you solve this problem? Well, part of the issue is balance. That's not to say that everything in top tier can't be balanced. It can. In fact, some vehicles in top tier shouldn't be facing other vehicles in top tier. An easy answer to this, okay, so the Merkava, it was nerfed into the ground. It has a really good AP FSDS, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't have any of its survivability that it's been touted for in real life. Okay, why? Why was it all taken away? People were complaining about it? Okay. Why was it fighting things that couldn't pin it and kill it? Oh, but it wasn't. Because otherwise people wouldn't be complaining about it not being able to be pinned or killed. So the thing is it needs to be based on technology. This is, and this that may not be clear to some people, okay? A vehicle that does not have a two-plane stabilizer should not fight a vehicle that has no stabilizer. Why? Because a stabilizer changes the entire game fundamentally. You can do things you're unable to do so before, right? You want to peek a corner? If you don't have a stabilizer, you're not going to peek that corner. You know why? Because your gun will bounce like a motherfucker on every vehicle in the game. But conversely, if you have that stabilizer, not only are you confident you can peek, you don't think you're going to miss. And the only reason why someone else would get the jump on you is either latency or something that's not really in your control. You wouldn't feel hurt about doing that. That's it. That's the answer to that, right? Also, you know, sprinting across fields and so on and so forth. A vehicle with a stabilizer has a distinct advantage to vehicles who do not have stabilizers. This is proven in real life. This is proven in the game. Separate the BRs for vehicles who have stabilizers to where they only fight vehicles with stabilizers and vehicles who don't have stabilizers, who only fight vehicles don't have stabilizers. Split it. Stop letting vehicles without stabilizers fight vehicles with stabilizers. It's absurd. It's insanity. Okay? Now, moving on from that, thermal vision. Thermal is extremely useful for finding targets. Vehicles without thermal, generally speaking, should be separated from vehicles that have thermal. The reason I say generally speaking is because T80s, there's a couple of variants of T80 at top tier that are still T80s and have everything good about them that are T80s, don't have thermals. There's a couple other vehicles that don't have thermals. I don't know if that should be also included, because having a T80 fight a bunch of vehicles that don't have thermals, that technologically wise, like, here's the worst part about it. Make it where if you have the modification for thermals, you get put into a different matchmaking queue versus people who do have the modification. If you don't have thermals unlocked, you can't fight people who have thermals unlocked. Full stop. Right? That's it. That would solve a lot of problems. If you don't get thermals, you don't have to fight people with thermals unlocked. That's it. That would solve a lot of problems for that. So, moving forward, top tier jets has the issue of also a bunch of jets that shouldn't be facing certain jets are facing certain jets because of the technology or capabilities those jets have. For example, in MiG-21 in general, why is it fighting F-16s? Why is the MiG-21 fighting F-16s, F-15s, F-14s? Why is that a thing? Shouldn't be. The MiG-21 gets bodied by them. Period. Full stop. It's not a question. Why are MiG-21s fighting other MiG-29s and Su-27s? I don't think you can actually fight an Su-27 right now, but my point stands. Why are they facing top tier jets? Why is that even a problem? They shouldn't be. Okay. The same goes for the 23. The 23 really doesn't get capabilities to handle those things, except the later 23s get 24Rs, which are okay. So why are jets who don't get Doppler facing jets who get Doppler? Why are jets who can look down, shoot down, don't face jets who can't do that? And it's bad. You need, when people say you need the decompressive BR, they mean you need to separate it so this instance is not happening. That's it. That's what I think about that entire situation. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope you enjoy me doing a little ranty rant. And I will catch you guys later in the next video, and I will be streaming later, so I don't know. Shrug. Bye.